Instruction, correction, and feedback. These are three critical things that a potential partner needs to be able to receive and act upon in order to engage in a healthy way in a relationship. Hi, this is Janelle, the relationship coach behind the Successful Invisible, and I'm here with today's dating tip, and that is, do not deal with any person that is unable to receive instruction, correction, and feedback. This current political world that we're in, because we're in an election year, has really brought this to the front. And we see a lot of discourse online. And one of the things that I notice that happens a lot is that when I am interacting with men, and I've noticed this in my personal life and online, it is I don't want to say very common, but it is sometimes observed that I am speaking with someone who is unable to receive instruction, correction, and feedback. And we will be talking about maybe a political topic, but if we're having a very, great conversation, it often veers off into personal areas. And without fail, I have recognized the pattern that the men who are unable to receive those three things, instruction, correction, and feedback, are not in healthy relationships or have a pattern of being an awful partner in past relationships. Now, this is only anecdotal, but I will say I've discussed this with my sister, some friends, and many of them have found the same thing now that I've made them aware of, just look for these things and see if you notice anything. Many of them have noticed the same thing. This, of course, is not in a journal anywhere, but I think it is something to keep in mind when you are kind of out there in the dating world and you are interested in a potential partner and you begin to have conversations with them. Pay attention to these three things because they will inevitably impact your relationship. So, what does that look like in terms of a relationship? So, a partner that's not able to receive instruction. This is the partner who can be willfully ignorant. This is the partner who is engaged in weaponized incompetence. They can't receive instruction. You tell them to do something or ask them to do something, and they completely do not follow instructions. That is a very oppositional personality trait, and that's also not effective in the context of a relationship. Correction. A partner that's unable to receive correction. And when I say that, I'm not talking about punishment. I'm talking about if they say something and it's statistically inaccurate or you challenge their idea in some way because you may know more on the topic or have done more research, they instantly reject it. Or they seem to have a very negative, angry, response to it. That's also a sign. That means in the course of a relationship, they are going to behave in a similar manner. They can't receive any correction. This is likely a precursor to the fact that they are going to struggle to take accountability for their actions. If they've hurt you, they're going to struggle to have self-awareness. So it's a precursor for other things. The last one is feedback. Similar to the correction, a partner that struggles to receive feedback means they're likely not going to have a willingness to change or shift a behavior, an attitude, etc. So they're going to keep repeating a behavior that may not be fruitful or helpful to a relationship because they are unable to receive feedback. So understand when you notice these three things, especially if you notice all three in one person, but when you notice them in a potential partner, they're possibly not a good partner for you because there are traits there that are going to encourage or support negative behaviors or attitudes in a relationship. So once again, don't partner with a person who is unable to receive instruction, correction, or feedback.